Hey, everybody, I'm going to answer the 10 most asked questions to me in photography in 2 minutes or less. Yes, 2. Did I say 2? 2 minutes or less. That's 10 questions. That's 10 questions in 2 minutes or less. Ready for this? Let's do it. Okay, everybody, let's take a look at the 10 questions that I'm going to answer in 2 minutes or less. But before we do that, let me share with you some information. What inspired me to do this? Because over the last three and a half years, actually being involved with other photographers and teaching and having them ask me questions, I picked the top 10 questions that were always asked when they were looking at my portfolios. And I was just getting tired of repeating myself over and over and over again. And then I realized that a lot of the questions that were asked were somewhat irrelevant. And it'll make more sense in a few minutes when I answer those 10 questions. But here's what spurred this on. There's an artist who I followed in documentaries and stuff like that. And his name is, well, let's see. Do you know who this person is? I'm going to read, you don't need to see me. So here we go. This is Andy Warhol. And what put Andy Warhol on the map, per se, is he was a traditional illustrator artist, but he did a 180 turn and was doing some pretty controversial type art. And this put him on the map. And this was actually soup cans that he did. And it was a collection at that time. I believe it was I think it was 32, but it was every single flavor of Campbell's soup that Campbell's had made at that time. He created this artwork. And I'll never forget watching an interview before the big gallery show, and a reporter asked him 3 questions. You got to love Andy Warhol. First of all, this person said to Andy, "Why did you paint soup cans?" Answer, "Because I like soup." Then the reporter asked, "Well, don't you feel that's just cheating?" Andy's answer was, "Yes." Then the reporter said, "Well, why did you do it?" Answer, "Because it's easy." I mean, right to the point on everything. And that person did not know what to ask after that. So that's Andy. So I took that sort of attitude, and we're going to apply that to the 10 most questions that are asked me. And I'm going to do this in 2 minutes or less. So are we ready? Let's get started. So first question is, number 1, come on, timer's running, let's go. What kind of camera do you use? Easy, a digital camera. Next, let's take a look at what is your favorite camera feature? Easy, the on-off switch. Next question. All right, come on. If you could only use one lens, what would it be? Easy, a round one that you can see through. Next question, and this would be question number 4. Do you use a tripod? Answer, about 80% of client work I do, yes, I use a tripod. So that's a big deal for me. Number 5, how are we doing time-wise? Number 5, what kind of tripod is it? Ooh, it's a 3-legged one. I don't know if you ever had a 4-legged one. Maybe you have, but mine's a 3-legged one. Okay, next question, number 6, do you use flash or strobes? Yes, about 70, maybe 80% of the time, I use a strobe. Okay, so the next question usually is, well, what kind of flash or strobe do you use? And that's easy, the kind that give off light. And we're coming up to number 8, and that is, do you use a light modifier? I use a light modifier quite a bit, maybe 50, 60% of the time that I use strobes or lights. And the next question is, what kind do you use? And the kind of modifiers I use, I mean, I don't know what you use, but I use round ones, square ones, and rectangle ones. And the very last question is, are you a photographer? My typical answer is absolutely not. No, I am not a photographer. I'm a photo artist who happens to use a camera and software to create my art and vision. Now, I know this sounds a little bit sarcastic, but I'm trying to get to the point and true, just like an Andy Warhol. So having a little fun with you guys. Talk to you later. See ya.